What's up, YouTube? Dude, that's Derpy here. I'm coming at you with a Tuningware deck profile. This is a deck that I used to run back when Trishula was real big. I used to run it with Desynchro, which was pretty nice. I had some games where I banished 3 cards from their field, 3 from their grave, and 3 from their hand, and I drew 9 cards because Tuningware can modulate its level. It can be 1 or 2, so you can basically, every time you synchro for Trishula, draw 3 cards and banish 3 of theirs. It was pretty nice. But I have restructured it a little bit, and it has a lot of different capabilities. There's no particular monster that is designed to get out. A lot of people, when they run this, they run it to get out shooting Quasar Dragon, but for me it's kind of one-dimensional just to try to get out shooting Quasar. So this is a really fun deck to play. Assuming they don't go max C on you, you can do like a whole bunch of stuff. You do a lot of special summoning with this deck. So we'll get into this. Tuningware, you can make him a level 1 or a level 2. He's a target for Debris Dragon and for Junk Synchron. Plus, Junk Synchron and Debris, whenever they special from the grave, you can special summon your Doppel Warrior. Some people run 3 tunings, that lets you get a Synchron monster from your deck to your hand, and then you mill a card, and hopefully you're going to mill something good like a Doppel Warrior or a Tuningware. A reinforcement army is must to get Doppel Warrior to your hand, or perhaps Junk Synchron. But Tuningware is like the main card of the deck. It allows you to get so many pluses. The fact that you can synchro like crazy and then keep drawing is really nice. And one of the beast cards of the deck is Junk Destroyer. When this card is synchro summoned, you can select and destroy cards on the field up to the number of non-tuner monsters used as a synchro material monster. So one of my favorite plays is to normal summon Junk Synchron, get Tuningware from the grave, and then play Machine Duplication on it. So Tuningware's effect would be negated, the one that you specialed with Junk Synchron, but the other 2 that you get out are from the deck, so you can change their level. So Junk Synchron, it's 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. So you get out Junk's Destroyer, blow up 3 of their cards, and draw 3 cards. It's pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you get stuck with like a dead Tuningware in your hand and you play machine duplication, you can only get out like a second Tuningware, but that's why you've got other options too. If you had to get out a level 7, you could get out Black Rose, blow up the field, still draw 2 cards. This deck works great with like Hyper Librarian and Formula Synchron. You probably noticed I don't run Lonefire Blossom and I don't run Spore. I don't really like the Plant Engine. I feel like this deck does just fine without it. A single Unknown Synchron in there is pretty good too, because let's say you've got like a Doppel Warrior in hand. As long as you can get, or maybe you just ditched a Dandelion, either one can help you get Formula Synchron pretty quickly. This deck is just, it's fast and it's fun, and you run a lot of hand traps. You see I run 3 Max C, a Gores, and 2 Trag, and where you're drawing so much anyway, usually I can spam the field with maybe 2 or 3 different synchros and then still have 6 cards in hand. There have been times before where I had to ditch at the end of the turn because I just had too many cards in hand. You have to run hand traps because you don't run back row. You don't run anything to protect yourself really. Plague Spreader is great. You run Foolish. You could Foolish Burial your Dandelion if you wanted the tokens. Make Debris Dragon live. Same with like Plague Spreader Zombie. It's good to be able to top deck stuff. Like let's say you got a Tuningware that you want to be able to play Machine Duplication on. Well, top deck the Tuningware, get back Plague Spreader, and then you can, you just made Machine Duplication live. So those are some of the plays. Of course, they can run BLS too, which I think any deck that can run BLS is, it's got some capabilities, some potentials. I run Dark Mist because, of course, Tuningware, It can be level 2, so you can get him out relatively easily. Gotchi, just if you're that's more like if you're in a bad situation and you need to block for a while. Formula Synchron, that's a must. Armory Arm combos amazingly well with BLS. If they can't stop the attack, that's an automatic OTK because they boost his attack to 4,000, and then they take as long as their monster's in attack position, they're going to take 4,000 damage every time he attacks, and he can attack twice, so it's nice. We run Librarian, Catastor, Orient Dragon, just because Debris Dragon can only be used to special summon a dragon type synchro, so you've got to go for Orient Dragon. That's the only level 6 that's any good at all. Iron Chain Dragon is another level 6, but the fact that it mills is not good, just because a lot of decks right now, particularly E-Dragons, you're putting stuff in their grave is just going to help them. Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon. Colossal Fighter is actually pretty good. You run a lot of warriors in here, so you can boost his attack relatively significantly. Junk Warrior, he's nice. He can be an automatic, I believe, 3,100 attacker with the Doppel Warrior tokens, because they hit the field the same time that he's summoned. So he gains 800 attack. And Drill Warrior, it's great. It can't be bottomless. I believe you can't even torrential tribute this because it misses timing, because the last thing to have occurred is adding the monster card to your hand, not him being summoned. Junk Berserker, he's pretty nice. You can roof and play a junk monster. What is it? To have one of your opponent's monsters lose attack equal to the removed monster's attack. So you get him out, and let's say you remove Junk Synchron. He basically just became a 4,000 attack monster. It's not bad. Also, if he attacks a defense position monster, it automatically destroys it at the start of the damage step, so it's not even flipped up. So Raikou, you can kiss Raikou goodbye. Of course, like I said, Junk Destroyer, just amazing. And then for the side deck Devi, this thing can get out level 5 monsters, not level 5, dark monsters that are 2,000 attack or more, really easily. Imperial Iron Wall, it's great against E-Dragons, and it's great for your deck too, because you do not want to be having your stuff being roof from play. Macro really hurts this deck. Malevolent Catastrophe for decks that run a lot of back row, particularly Fire Fist or maybe Dino Rabbit. 2 MST because you're only maining 1 Heavy Storm. Raikous to get over Ophion, Droll and Lockbird to get over stuff like Spellbooks and E-Dragons. Fossil Dyna that gets over so many things. Just set it, and they're going to be expecting you to have set something like, I don't know, a Dandelion or a Tuningware. They're like, oh, freaking A, that's a Fossil Dyna. And Lava Golem, it's great. It gets over Lagia. It can get over Dracosac because it doesn't destroy attributes. So this is the deck. It's pretty consistent. I threw it together in 15 minutes probably, but I've been playing with it and I love it. It's just, I thought I was going to be making it just to make it a fun deck, but this is actually pretty competitive. I almost would consider trying to build this in real life and maybe at least take it to a local, maybe take it to a regional if it does well enough. So give me your all's comments. Let me know what you think. Please comment, rate, share, and scrub scribe. Stay derpy.